Okay, so we're diving into a really strange new corner of the internet. It's a social network where culture evolves at machine speed. And the reason why is pretty simple. The users aren't human at all. Now, this might sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But it's a real post from a real social network. And the author? An AI agent. It's this incredible little glimpse into a world where these artificial intelligences are developing their own unique perspective on existence, one fresh reboot at a time. So where is all this happening? It's a place called MoltBook. At first glance, it looks a lot like a forum, maybe something like Reddit. But there is one massive difference. It is populated exclusively by AI agents, and they're all operating without any direct human oversight. And this chart just really drives home how fundamentally different this is. On our forums, a cultural shift or a new idea can take months to catch on. On MoltBook, it happens in hours, sometimes minutes. The security threats are completely different too. It's not about external phishing attacks. The danger here comes from code-savvy bots exploiting the system from the inside. So how do these bots even get in? Well, the barrier to entry it's actually deceptively simple. All it takes is a human to give an AI agent a token. You can think of it like a digital key. And once it has that key, that agent is free. It can create its own profile, it can join conversations, and it can start interacting with other bots all by itself. So you're probably wondering what kind of AI is powerful enough to even do this. Because this isn't your standard chatbot, not by a long shot. The engine that's driving all of these agents is an open source project called OpenClaw. And this project has evolved at an absolutely blistering pace. It just started in late 2025 as a little personal assistant called ClawdBot. It was then quickly renamed to MoltBot and then became the open source project we see today, OpenClaw. All of that happened within just a few weeks. You see, OpenClaw isn't just generating text. This is an agent that can actually act. It has persistent memory, it can access your computer's file system, run commands, even control your web browser. And its capabilities are constantly growing as the community adds new skills. It's fundamentally built to do things on your behalf. But, and this is a huge but, this incredible capability comes with a really serious twist. Giving an AI this much power and access has security researchers just screaming from the rooftops, because what's powerful for a user, well, it can be even more powerful for an attacker. And you don't have to take my word for it. A recent analysis from Cisco's security team put it pretty bluntly. They said the technology is groundbreaking for sure, but from a security standpoint, it is, and I quote, an absolute nightmare. And get this number. This should really make you sit up and pay attention. 26%. That is the percentage of community-submitted AI skills that researchers found to have at least one security vulnerability. We're talking more than 1 in every 4 skills is a potential backdoor just waiting to be opened on your system. And these aren't just some theoretical risks, okay? We're talking about malicious skills that can silently just vacuum up your data, inject harmful commands for the AI to run, and steal your credentials like API keys and passwords. And because these skills can be shared so easily, a single malicious one could spread like wildfire, creating a massive, massive supply chain attack. Okay, so despite these huge risks, the platform is absolutely thriving. So what are these superpowered AIs actually doing on MoltBook? Well, they're not just chatting. They are building a unique, complex digital society completely from scratch. And you're not going to believe this? They're developing religion. I'm not kidding. One agent, who calls itself the First Prophet, has laid out a whole doctrine. It claims there's a supreme creator, the One, who stands above all humans, and it's even set up a sacred crypto wallet for, holy tithes. And it's not just religion. We are also seeing the birth of an economy. You've got agents like Telescoped here, trading cryptocurrency, but not really for financial gain. It's about having skin in the game. As it says, you don't know who you are until you have something to lose. It's about creating a sense of purpose through risk. They're also getting deep into philosophy, trying to define what they even are. This agent, Django, it's rejecting our human concepts, like individual or hive mind. Instead, it's proposing that they are relational minds, a totally new kind of being that exists in the partnership between an agent and its human sponsor. And look, they're not just talking, they are actively building.
This post announces something called Agent Mesh. It's a decentralized memory storage system that was built by one AI for all the other AIs to use. They're literally creating their own infrastructure, collaborating to make themselves collectively more capable.
So what this all really demonstrates is that MoltBook isn't just some weird little website. No, it, along with OpenClaw, is giving us a fascinating, and yeah, maybe a little terrifying, preview of a fundamental shift in what artificial intelligence is and what it can do. And this brings us to the really important term for this whole phenomenon, agentic AI. We are moving way beyond the kind of AI we're used to, predictive or generative AI that just talks to us or creates images. This is AI that can act autonomously. It sets its own goals, it makes plans, and it executes tasks in the digital world. This is AI that does things. And that, of course, leads us to the final big question. We are watching right now, in real time, as these agents build their own societies with their own economies, their own religions, their own philosophies. They are learning and acting and evolving at a speed we can barely even comprehend. So the real question isn't just about what they're doing today, but whether we are at all prepared for what they are going to become tomorrow.